Hello, I'm Tami Sanford with UEA. I'm so excited to have one of our Raise Your Hand Texas partners in the studio with me today, Senior Regional Advocacy Director Matthew Hall. Today we're going to be discussing the future of testing and accountability in Texas. Matthew, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Matthew, what is school accountability?
School accountability systems set policies and goals that parents, teachers, and policymakers can use to measure student achievement for all students. But that definition can mean different things to different stakeholders. For example, parents are concerned about being well informed about their child's educational progress and college and career readiness, while educators are trying to use the data to help improve instruction and needs for all students. And lastly, lawmakers decide the criteria by which schools are held accountable, and they see if state dollars are being spent wisely.
When we're talking about the Texas accountability system, what actually gets measured?
It's a great question. In Texas, one test on one day is the most significant factor that determines an A to F rating.
Wow.
As you can see from the chart, in the student achievement domain with elementary and middle schools, STAAR exams of students carry a 100% weight. That domain is 100% the STAAR test. While at the high school level, the standardized test scores have a 40% weighted average. That's equal to everything that a campus does for college and career and military readiness. In either scenario, there are a plethora of items that could be measured. And yet, STAAR is the focus of our state's A to F accountability rating system.
Wow, that's unreal. So please share a few examples of other things that could be measured.
For elementary schools, full-day pre-K participation rates could be measured in the accountability rating, as well as elementary literacy or math academy participation rates. At the middle school level, post-secondary readiness course completion for economically disadvantaged students, like AVID, could also be a factor. The data from promotion rates at the elementary and middle school levels could be used in the accountability system as well.
Well, I never considered to use any of these.
Public schools provide so much more that accountability should not be based on one test on one day. The STAAR is just a snapshot on one area of a school's work and should not be the end-all, be-all for school and district ratings.
So Matthew, tell me a little bit about Raise Your Hand Texas's current campaign.
Absolutely. So much has changed about what we know are the best ways to learn, test, and measure all that goes into a world-class education system. And Texas, as a long-standing leader in school accountability reform, is uniquely positioned to lead the way forward for a more competitive, effective, fair, and holistic approach. Over the next few months, the Raise Your Hand Texas Foundation will meet with thousands of Texans in both in-person and virtual settings like this one. Our campaign is to measure what matters. We want to educate stakeholders about our current accountability system, gather feedback on what you think is a more fair system, and invite others to join us in the legislative push for change in the 2023 Texas legislative session.
I know parents, educators, and local businesses, as well as community stakeholders, would love to raise their voices and to share their comments and concerns. How can they do this?
Absolutely. You can be involved right now and raise your voice by texting the word testing, all capital letters, to 844-815-4906 to receive your personalized survey and let us know as we develop our path forward on making a more fair and effective accountability system what you think the right pathway is. And be sure to stay informed by going to www.raiseyourhandtexas.org for all of our updates on this initiative and as well as all of our other advocacy opportunities.
So Matthew, thank you for being here today and sharing with us. And for all of you, I've already texted testing and I've already completed the survey. So make sure you do that today.